Now obviously, as you can tell by the title of the video, today we're going to be comparing the anime's High School DxD and Testament of Sister New Devil. High School DxD has 4 seasons, Testament has 2 seasons. Now let's be straight up and upfront. If you haven't watched these yet, these are not safe for work type anime. They are harems, if you will. I mean, still not hentai or anything, but you know what I'm saying. Same vibes, basically. A lot of fan service and whatnot. But anyways, there's some similarities, a little bit of differences, but they're a lot similar than not. But we're going to talk about which parts are different and why. Which isn't very much, to be honest. As far as the main idea and characters go anyways. Teenagers in high school with like demons and devils and, you know, different factions opposing. Now that is a difference. One being DxD does have fallen angels and angels that are other factions. In Testament, so far, and obviously both have humans, but you know what I'm saying. In Testament, it's demons or devils and heroes. They both spend most of their time either on the high school campus or battling other factions, whether it be there or in a demon world, which they both go to. Now, there are some character similarities, obviously being that they're both harems with a lot of girls, but I will also say, once again, more often than not, they're similar. Well, we're gonna get to that now that we're past the setting and everything. Alright, now let's go ahead and take a look at the obvious comparison. We got Mio from Testament, the main female character, and Ria's Grimmery from DxD, the main female character as well. And if you don't know anything about this anime, then you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but I'm sure most of you, even just from seeing the cover, hearing about it, already know what I'm talking about. First and foremost, there's some obvious resemblance. Not by like a lot, but just the fact that they both have red hair. And then their families also have red hair. And both being the main girl characters, both having red hair. You see, that's the obvious thing. By the way, I'm saying they're main girl characters because they drive the main romance of the story the most. Obviously, it's up to you who you like better. I'm just saying. But yeah, as far as character design, it's really just the hair. Now, as far as personalities and their upbringing and backstory and whatnot, that takes some more effort to be similar, but they are. Let's get into it. One's the daughter of the current Satan, Ria's from DxD. The other one is the daughter of the former demon lord, or pretty much Satan as well, and that's Mio from Testament. In other words, they're both daughters of the devil. If that isn't similar, I don't know what is. They're also similar in the way that they help progress the story. That obviously being through romance with the main character. And don't get it twisted, everybody tries to get a piece of them because it's a harem, but they're the main contributors to like the primary romance of the story. Okay, so romantically anyways, they're both more of the bashful / jealous type. Like, even though it's a harem, so obviously all the other girls are going for the main character as well. They're the ones that ain't having it. The other ones are just kind of like, we'll share, but they ain't having it. And they kind of have to fend off everybody else, and let's be honest, it doesn't work that well. Now, as far as strength goes, their magical powers very similar. The way that it like comes up and everything, and it has like this little circle. I don't know, it'll be up on screen. You'll see what I mean. And the way that they attack is very similar, but one is 100% stronger than the other at this point. And even from the very start, Ria's was 100% stronger. She knew her place as one of the strongest devils in the whole demon world. Maybe not the strongest, but obviously one of the strongest, being the head of a whole family, in the human world at least. While Mio from Testament had no idea for a long time she was even the previous demon lord's daughter. She had no idea for a long time. And so she was still trying to figure out how to control it and what to do with her powers. So obviously one of them's got to be a little bit more stronger, and whether they're actually stronger or not, time will tell. But I do know for right now, Ria's is stronger, and she started off that way too. Now we got to move on to the actual main characters, or the male main characters, depending on how you look at it. Now, unlike the last comparison, these two are far and away different, with some similarities. Issei from High School DxD was born with a special talent. Basara from Testament was born with a special talent that just so happened to both be on their hands. But anyways, and whenever I say talent, I mean more like a gift. Like, obviously it's not a talent, but like, you know, it's a weapon. We can call it a talent, but they're still very different. Issei starts out as a normal human. Both of his parents were both humans. He dies and is reborn as a devil, and even then he's still pretty useless for a long time. It takes him a while to become something more powerful, even though he had this fantastic gift given to him by the gods just by being born, basically random, like won the lottery. I swear so many main characters win the lottery. He eventually does slowly and steadily get more powerful. And there are these random moments of big power-ups, but nonetheless, zero to hero, just like a lot of protagonists. And the way that he gets these powers, it's honestly hilarious. I guess you could say through some lewd means. And if you don't get that, that means sexual innuendo. While on the other hand, Basara from Testament just comes in as one of the most powerful characters in the show off rip. So going back, Issei was saved by Riaz and was born as a new devil. But Basara, on the other hand, actually saved Mio. Whether her death was certain or not, I don't know, but he saved her, and he was definitely and probably one of the strongest main characters in the first episode I've seen. And that doesn't change very much throughout. He starts one of the most powerful, he ends one of the most powerful. However, he still does progress, get stronger, due to similar means as Issei. Anyway, you get the point. And whenever I say that, I do know that that is part of the reason that they progress, but obviously it's through trial and tribulation, and that would be similar for them as well. But yeah, Basra is the son of a hero and a demon, so that makes more sense if you think about it that way. One being born human and human, reborn as a demon or a devil, while the other one was born both part hero and devil. It kind of makes sense that one's more stronger to start out with. Now obviously, we're not going to miss the elephant in the room here. This being a harem anime means that it has fan service. Once again, by the way, I say these things that are obvious just in case somebody stumbles across my video that has no idea what's going on. It's not that I expect most of you not to know, it's that I expect a few of you not to know. Anyway, back to the video. So I'm gonna be real, they both have plenty of fan service, but they're both just presented in different ways. DxD is hilarious and has great comedic timing, in my opinion. Do I actually know what great comedic timing is? I have no idea, but I'm assuming it's great comedic timing if I start laughing. Getting power up from touching things, that's hilarious. In the middle of a crazy battle with the world's at stake, this is what y'all are doing, and I find it hilarious. Now, it doesn't get into a whole lot of detail, but you know, it do be touchy-feely with the if you catch my drift. And they're both like that to an extent, but this is more of in a comedic way. While the Testament has fan service in the series that seems a lot more serious and way more necessary with a lot more detail, I think personally. In other words, they go a little over the top with showing you things, but it's not in a comedic way, it's more in like a serious way. So, weigh those two options, comedic, funny, still got some, pretty good. Serious, more essential to the story it seems like because it's so serious, but they're both important in their own ways, and obviously at the end of the day, if you're here for fan service, they'll both provide it. But nonetheless, I figured I'd compare the two, one being more planned out, one being more spontaneous, and I think you know the difference between serious and comedy and spontaneous and planned out. Now the side characters, or in other words like the immediate friends that surround the protagonist, that's what I consider the side characters, and that's what I'm talking about right now, are all very similar, whether it's character design or just how they act in some ways. Actually, real quick, I'm gonna throw up on the screen some similar character designs. Obviously they're not the exact same by any means, definitely two different people, but you'll see what I'm saying. Throw them up. Okay, now that you see all these, you get the point. You see what I'm saying? And not only that, they're all very similar. Now I'm not trying to do like a character analysis or anything, but I will say they do have similar attributes in some perspectives. I'm not trying to do like a side character analysis or anything, but I will say that quite a few of them are very similar and some of them just aren't. But the real comparison is which one has better side characters, or in my opinion, which one has the better backstory for the side characters, and that would be DxD for me. They go back and they have more of a unique side story in my opinion. That seems a lot more relatable. Actually, not relatable. I don't think any of us are getting stabbed by demons or anything, but you catch my drift. It's like you can connect more with that. While even though the Testament did have backstories for their side characters, they weren't near as in-depth or felt like they mattered as much in the story, in my opinion. In other words, in my opinion, it feels like Testament side characters are getting dragged around, while opposed in High School DxD, they all have their own certain little meanings. In conclusion, if you like one, you will enjoy the other. They're both great, and honestly, I think you'd be doing yourself a huge disservice if you watched one but not the other. Honestly, I'm glad that I did. I'm sure you'd be glad that you did. That being said, if you enjoy one. If you don't like one, you might not like the other one, but I know if you like one, you like the other one. You got High School DxD on one hand with more comedic outlook, and you got Testament on the other hand with more of a serious tone. But I'd recommend watching High School first, then Testament. But that's just my opinion. Maybe the reason I like Testament so much because High School was really good and it wasn't that serious, and then I wanted some more High School DxD, but you know it's gonna be a little bit before season 5 comes out. And then the Testament was so similar that it just quenched my thirst for a little while. And no, I did not mean thirst like that, or do I? Anyways, it's your boy Shrizzlez. Make sure to like if you enjoyed the video, or if you know you found it informative in any way. Obviously, leave a subscription, but that goes without saying, so you can keep up with more videos in the future. Post notifications, because I would love to see you again. And obviously it helps you get the videos quicker, so you won't miss out. And of course, make sure to leave recommendations or any questions down below, whether you want me to make a certain type of video or you have a question about this one. Let me know. Also, go follow my TikTok if you want to. We just made it to around 25K, so if you want to go follow there, you can too. Nobody's forcing you to. Same ad as here, just go to Shrizzlez. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this comparison. Hopefully you came up with your own decisions, draw your own conclusion like I have. And you have a fantastic day. It's your boy Shrizzlez, and I'm out.